Hey everybody, welcome to Mom Plays. I am Mom and this is Fallout 4. We are in Goodneighbor at the third rail where we left off last time. See you, Magnolia. We could come over here and talk to
beer. If you ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Whitechapel Charlie. Let's ask about the singer.
Who's the singer?
That is Magnolia, flower of the third rail. Anything you want to know about her other than that is her business.
Alrighty.
You gonna order?
Oh, let's ask more questions because we'll probably piss him off, right?
The third rail? Is this your place?
What? Nah, God. Place is Hancock's. Old Charlie just keeps the floor clean. The drink's dirty. So, you buying or what?
Well, we met Hancock when we first came in here. But we'll ask anyway, because,
So Hancock's the owner?
That's right. Owner and mayor of this whole bloody town. Trust me, never get on his bad side. Oh, and stay clear of his bodyguard. So what's your poison?
Oh, look, we can even ask about it.
Hancock has a bodyguard?
Yeah. The redhead with the condescending stare. Trust me, Cub, something about her ain't right. Not that I'd ever admit saying that. I'm trying to sell drinks here. You in?
Are you? Are you trying to sell drinks? Let's ask about your town.
What's the word around town?
Well, they say there's a newcomer around here who doesn't understand that I'm a bartender, not a damn news bot. Now, are you gonna drink?
Nah.
Not looking to buy right now.
Come back when you're paying.
It has nothing to do with paying. I just don't want to drink. Charlie. Alright, so there's one other thing we could do here if we wanted to.
Hell yeah.
I guess we'll do it now.
Wait till this song is over.
Rufus, eh?
Hey, Rufus.
That's freedom. Want to hear this song?
Oh, okay. Well, you have fun. We're going to come back here to the VIP lounge.
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Goodneighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Look, lady, if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Hired gun, eh? Who were these guys is what we want to know.
Maybe. Why don't you tell me who those guys were first?
A couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. That's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
Well, we really don't know about Gunners, so...
Never heard of the Gunners. Who are they?
One of the biggest gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound you think they were a cult or something? Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but it never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Well, you don't.
You don't. That's part of the risk, right?
Can't argue with that. I'll tell you what. Price is 250 caps. Up front. There's no room for bargaining. What do you say?
I'll think about it.
Let me think about it.
It's not like the meter's running. Take your time. I got plenty.
So, McCready, hired gun. Also, a potential follower. So we will probably be back at some time. But right now we have Piper with us, so... And we're kind of on a mission, so we're going to leave McCready hanging out back there until we decide.
Gotta admit, Magnolia's got a hell of a voice. You're new around Goodneighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
What do I think of the place? Why?
Why do you ask?
Just trying to get a feel for you. Ain't exactly the safest neighborhood, so I like to know who's gonna cause trouble and who's gonna end it.
Oh.
Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing.
If I'm not here, drinking this swill Charlie calls beer, I'm usually over at the Hotel Rexford. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
Oh? What's the job? Yeah.
What's the job?
Don't know if you've had the beer down at the third rail, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer.
Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. Well, with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
Always want to know what the catch is.
What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
Sure.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. So, the brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done.
Alright, so looks like we got a quest from Rufus. Thanks. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, what's up, Ham, is go on over to probably the memory den. And as long as we're here, we might as well just go ahead and do that, right?
Hey everyone, gather around. Let's kick the breeze back. Shoot the fat. Now I know you all are doing your own thing.
Ah.
I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you could make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
Huh, he wishes.
All right, we're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right, what matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Yeah.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their synths.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lard head. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Goodneighbor.
And who's in charge of Goodneighbor?
Hancock.
For the people.
Remain silent during
All right. Nice little speech by Mayor Hancock up there. Okay. Otherwise, let's see. We've got Skalali Square, and this is the memory den. Looks like just some, you know, back alleys. Anything good in here? No. Back alleys and a bunch of drifter sleeping quarters. Oh, and the Hotel Rexford. We will go into the Hotel Rexford another time. I'm kind of waiting for us to be at a certain point to do something in there. And we definitely are not there.
Yes.
All the drifters. So anyway, you know, Goodneighbor, it's tiny. But it's got a few things, and we are most concerned with the memory den, so we'll just go in here. And like I said in the last video, I've never had Piper as my follower when I've done this stuff, so it's interesting to have her with us. Alright. And I'm going to point out something here.
Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Okie dokie. So over here in this little memory den pod is somebody that people might know. This is Deacon from the railroad. As a matter of fact, if you watch some lore videos on this, you will find out that Deacon has basically been watching us since we came out of the vault. So here, you know, he's here in the memory den. There is a post outside of the vault that we come out of, Vault 111, that has a railroad sign on it and is set up like somebody's been watching the opening to the vault. So it's definitely speculated that Deacon was watching you come out of the vault. When you get to Diamond City for the first time, the guards that are just inside the door there, one of them is Deacon, even though he's not called anything but Diamond City Security. When you see him, it's Deacon. He's always bald when you meet him like this. Yeah, he follows you everywhere until you get into the railroad. So it's kind of interesting. All right, so this is Irma. Cannot walk up that. It is not a stair. Okay. Okay. Hi, Irma.
Here for Amari. She's downstairs.
Okay. She looks like she's the owner of a brothel, but she's the owner of just these memory loungers that people can relive their memories with. So it's interesting. Hi, Nick. Are you waiting for me? All right. Let's go meet this Dr. Amari.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
Do I have to come up here and talk to you? All right. Let's have Nick explain it.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Well, if that's the case, what now?
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Yep, here you go.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Okay.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Yeah, will it work is what we want to know.
You really think this'll work, Nick?
No idea. But we got a missing kid on the line. That's worth the risk.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Okay,
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption, and we don't have the password. Let's see. A single mind wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Well, we better ask about what'll happen.
Any idea of what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
Okay, well, let's do it. Let's find out about Kellogg.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
All right, Nick, here we go. This is like the quest in Fallout 3 when you're trying to find your dad.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
And away we go.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
All right.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Perfect. So now we're actually going to learn about Kellogg, which is, I mean, it's interesting. This is not my favorite thing, but, you know, my favorite quest, but it is interesting.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure that's going to take some getting used to for a lot of people.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this.
Whoa.
You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
Not really.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
All right, so we'll go over there in a minute. it sucks because, see, they've disappeared, so now you can't, there we go. That's what I want. Okay, so let's access this memory.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though.
Okay, so that's how he felt about himself at that point. How about his mom?
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
All right, and how about Dad?
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
All right, lovely beginnings, of course. I mean, how could you have it any other way, right? Next memory. I hate how they did this winding path thing. I mean, like, I get it, but there's only one way you can go, so yeah. All right.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Yeah, let's keep looking in a minute. We're going to find out a little bit more about this.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
I'd agree.
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. It's gonna be
Righty?
You'll see.
And Mary.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
But we don't know anybody here.
Okay, so, you know,
Come on.
we're pretty much going on on the bad guy trope here, you know? Bad childhood, tortured past. That's what makes all of his Institute connections justified, apparently.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Obviously,
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
he killed everybody because they killed his family. That's great. So there's the nothing to lose part of that trope, I guess. Got nothing to lose.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me. Oh, we'll pay you.
And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Okay, put them all back here. Come on, I'm waiting. There we go. All right.
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
Kellogg, the one-man brotherhood. And by that I mean the Dark Brotherhood. Oh, look, you can talk to the bartender?
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
So...
All right, next memory.
I hear you'll take care of...
Ah, here we go.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
It is true. One of these has got to tell us something.
Brain here. Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
You connect. I'm waiting for this to reset so we can kind of see what the dealio is here. Come on. There we go.
Mr. Kellogg.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
All right.
To meet with me.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine.
Okay.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
All right.
I wanted to see for myself if you really...
So they decided he was interfering in the stuff that they were doing too much with all of his murders. Murder. Okay.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
This is our vault.
Vault computer's still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
Well...
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Almost.
There we are.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay? Come here.
No.
Come here, baby.
No. I got him. Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once. I'm not giving you Sean! God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Alrighty.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again.
Mm-hmm.
I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Well, this is the most important memory, I think, personally, you know, is to hear what he has to say about this, so... And I know that this video is going to run a little long, but I'd like to finish this. So, what does he have to say about himself?
I was now the Institute's main operator in the
Hey, now. Come on.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Okay.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory, so good news, I think.
Piper's really done it this time. I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor, he's gonna be really mad this time. I probably should.
Kellogg. His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
I like how he just jumped over to that other spot. Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Alright, we will touch the TV in a minute. Obviously, we need to look at his thoughts on Sean and his thoughts on the Courser. So here is Sean.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
True. Alright, right, where's our courser? Come on. Come on. Stop worrying me. There we go.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
All right.
It's
I
okay.
guess that's it. And we are out of here.
You're gonna get your head.
And because this has gone 10 minutes longer than normal, we are going to end the video here, and we will do all of the conversations and stuff afterwards.
Slow movements, okay?
Or maybe we'll do them now.
What kind of side effects the procedure might have had? No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
How do I feel? Awful? Yeah, that works.
I have this burning feeling inside my skull. It's like it's on fire.
That's not surprising. All the synapses in your brain have just been pulled apart, connected to someone else, and then pulled back together.
Well, thanks.
I injected you with a large stim pack while I was pulling you out. That should ease things. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We are, but not until the next episode. So, you have been watching Mom Plays. You can follow me on Twitter at ToniaTreese or on Twitch at twitch.tv/ToniaT, and I will catch you all next time.